Well, good morning, YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of the Carter Hour. Here I am at 8:23 in the morning, and I just started up the old Silver Beast, the old Mercury Grand Marquis. And what I'm going to do this morning, I'm going to take you along with me. I've been in the middle of cleaning out my house and getting rid of things that I don't need anymore. And happened to be that I had a lot of metal in my house, like, you know, old computers and things like that. So I stripped all the motherboards and all the, you know, processors and things out of it, and, you know, you're left over with a metal case. Well, we happen to have a recycling center here where I live, and I'm going to go ahead and take that over and get some money for it. Probably not a lot, but you know, enough to make it worthwhile, because I mean, other than that, you're just gonna throw it out. So it is chilly today. I showed you guys the temperature in the car when I started it, 38 degrees. That's pretty cold for October. So and I'm out here in a t-shirt. I just came out of the warm house. So I'll show you guys here what we have in the trunk. So here it is. We got a lot of these rotors here. These brake rotors are actually off the Mercury. When I bought it, I did a whole all the way around brake job, and these are pretty crusty, and some of these were from the brake job from the Sebring that I did as well. And you can always depend on your Mercury to be able to carry a bunch of shit in the trunk. I got my old HP servers. You guys remember I did a video on it. Was actually on this one, and I stripped every board out of those, and now it's just a complete metal case, and they're still pretty heavy. They're like maybe 30 pounds of metal on there. And then I got this HP computer over here that I didn't bother to take the motherboard out because I just didn't care. It was like the last minute throwing stuff in the trunk type of deal. But so we're going to take these to the metal recycling. I just need to find some plastic recycling, and I need to find out where I can take motherboards to, like circuit boards and motherboards, to have them reclaimed as well. I understand that you can also earn money from there. So we're going to take the old Mercury, trying to get the garage cleaned out so that I can park 2 cars in there this year. That hasn't been done in quite some time, so I'm cleaning out my basement, getting rid of stuff that I don't need. And I figured, well, I'd save these because these are pretty damn heavy, and hopefully we'll get it $20 or so. So, all right, we'll go ahead and take a ride to the metal recycling place, and you guys can come along. So I'm sitting here in the Grand Marquis, and as you notice, the windows aren't defrosting very quickly. Found out about a week or 2 ago that the auto climate control system in here, you know how when I did that video of the EATC, you know, fixing it so it goes to all different levels, your floor, your defrost, your vents, and usually when it's broken, it automatically defaults to your defrost. Well, now it's not defaulting to the defrost. It just goes to vent all the time. I really haven't done anything to fix it yet. I gotta pull it out. I just haven't had the time. I'm gonna set this down here. Maybe I can shut this in such a way that, there we go, you guys can watch me. I'm just using my iPhone here, but so basically, you know, there's really no explanation why it's working this way. But if I shut all the vents, it does make some heat up in the defrost. Now, I tried every different level. It seems like it's moving the actuators. So the next step is, I think it's like a vacuum, the vacuum manifold lines that go, they actually cut in two, okay? So they have an interface and then another interface, and I think when they put it together at the factory, they connect, the interface you disconnect from the auto climate control unit actually comes pre-assembled when they put it in the car in the factory, and then they make another connection, and I think somewhere around that other connection you might be having some air leakage. Let's just say that it is the most important mode in your car to have is the defrost, because you got to defrost the windows. I mean, you can have your air conditioning come through your defrost. It's not going to be a big deal. It's not going to harm anything. But it's really weird that there's absolutely, it's just not. Huh, that's interesting. Got a full tank of gas and it just went to empty. It'll go back. I think this car, it's, you know, it's quite old, so it's, I might have just had a sending unit go bad, but we'll see. I know it's got a full tank of gas in it. Here comes the trouble. And the Grand Marquis with 100, and we'll see how many miles it has now since last time check-in. 173,789. So back to this defrost thing. What's really weird about it is it now it just doesn't default to the defrost because of the vents. So what I did is I closed all the vents on the dashboard to force the air somewhere else, and well, it seems to be working somewhat okay. But you know, it gets me what I need anyways. So go ahead and drive, and we'll check in with you when we get there. The old Mercury up here. Coming through here. It's pretty cool, huh? I gotta go all the way down, and you see all the junk cars in here. Maybe the Mercury will end up here one day. Just blast there. I don't particularly like driving my car back here, but I think I gotta unload. Maybe over here. Unload right here. You know what's amazing is that a lot of these cars probably have less miles than this one does, but they're in worse shape than this car is. And I just looked on my tires and they're all full of mud. So I gotta drive back up on the scale. Drive back up on the scale here. We're gonna have him give us the okay. So we're right now. Alright, so I went in there, went over the scale, and I had 4660 pounds. The car's gross weight without that weight was 4420. Okay, so right now they're doing $30 a ton of metal. It's not a lot, not like it was. We're talking 6 years ago when metal was just, you give them a screw and you get $8 for it. But that's not the purpose really of, you know, necessarily the money aspect for me. lot of dirt in my tires now. It's not the money aspect for me as much as it is the recycling fact. I don't want to throw good metal away that could be recycled and used in something else, even though I'm not getting paid for it as much as maybe someone would think. I mean, I got $4. I had 240 pounds of metal. Had some rotors in there. That's $3.60 in my pocket, though. Probably not worth the gas to drive here, which is not that far away. But the way I look at it is, if you're, if you got a bunch of metal, why throw it away? Why make it end up in a landfill? Now, I'm not an environmentalist per se, but I am the kind of person that, why do we throw things away we can reuse? It can be recycled, or it can be, and I'm a huge advocate of that. I'm a huge advocate of recycling. Not on the environment. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself an environmentalist, like not a hug a tree type of person, but I would consider myself an environmentalist to the point of, let's already take the resources that have already been yielded and make them into something else. And that's how I feel about the recycling. And my gas gauge is working again, by the way. I knew it was just a matter of time when the car warmed up that it'd start working again. So I wanted to collect all my metal, take it over here. I had the whole trunk filled up. I had a computer here in the back seat that I forgot about to show you guys too. But it's just the fact of the matter is, why do I want this stuff to end up in a landfill and it's just going to rot away, and then we've got to dig for more resources? I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to go ahead and go now. Stop by the Tim Horty Horts. I don't drink the coffee, by the way. But I just don't see why we don't recycle more. I remember back in the 90s when I was a younger kid, about how they taught us at school, you should recycle more. Well, they never had the resources to do that. And today, and sorry about the sun and the camera there, and today they still don't have the recycling. I still don't have recycling in my house. If I want recycling, I gotta pay for it. I'm already giving you the goods to make a product with it. I think we should have a nationwide recycling program to recycle, all of your food items, your plastic bottles and such, because a shitload of those end up in the landfill. I mean, they end up in the landfill, and why do we want to do that when we could use that plastic for something else? It's an oil-based item, and I just don't see why we would want to waste any more resources by making more plastic bottles. I believe that eventually maybe some of our resources are going to run out, and that's what we need to do. We can't keep burying this in a hole in the ground. So that's why it was so vitally important for me to take all my metals. I'm in the IT game, so I get a lot of old computers and stuff. I strip those out, and I recycle the boards, the plastic, everything that go along with that. I just got to find recycling centers that will take, and I don't even care if I'm making, I know I'll make some money off the circuit boards, the motherboards and the circuit boards and such, when I take apart electronics and computers and things, because there's precious resources to be yielded from those. But the plastics, I really don't care. I don't want them to end up in the landfill, because I know we can reuse them. They can make resins out of them. And so, in turn, I want to make sure that I'm doing my part that I feel good about in taking the metals. Instead of making them end up in a landfill, I take them to the recycling center. Now, you guys might say, well, I don't have a metal recycling center. Most of your salvage yards do metal recycling now. So there's a salvage yard pretty close to pretty much everywhere, and they generally take metals because they'll go ahead and recycle those. You know, when they sell off their scrap metal, they won't pay you as much, but that's fine. Like I said before, I'm not looking to really get a payback. You know, getting a crap load of money. It would be nice, no doubt about that. However, by just taking it and knowing that it's going to get recycled and reused into something else makes me feel a hell of a lot better than it going into the landfill. That's how I feel about it. Some of you guys may feel differently. I don't know. But I guess that's for another day and another dollar. So, anyways, ladies and gents, I'm arriving to the Tim Hortons here, and I guess I'll take you through the drive-thru. Why not? The drive-thru is very long, by the way, and I'm going to take you through this perspective because it's just easier for me. And I'm sure my phone was being supported by my like a clam bacon in here. Shit. Almost went off the road there. My phone's getting more tilted. But, so, again, I just want to make sure that I'm not throwing away things that can be reused in some other kind of fashion, like, or can be recycled. I think that's important for all of us to do. Water here. Hi, Amy. I was wondering if you guys got peanut nut crunch donuts.
We have one right now.
You have one? Man, those are popular, eh?
Oh, yeah.
What else you guys got?
Well, if you really want to know.
Shit, did I ask the wrong question?
No, we've got a lot of them still.
Oh.
Okay, double chocolate. We have our supreme apple pie fritter, vanilla cream, frosting cream, sprinkle vanilla dip, strawberry vanilla, old-fashioned glaze, chocolate glaze, honey cooler, honey dip, chocolate dip, maple dip, Canadian maple.
What's the Canadian?
Apple fritter.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What's the Canadian maple? What is that?
The Canadian maple is basically like our Boston cream.
Okay.
It has custard in it, but it has a maple
Okay.
fondant top instead of a chocolate fondant top.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Okay, so where did we go? Pumpkin. Pumpkin spice, we have sour cream spice, we have one peanut crunch, old-fashioned dip, and old-fashioned plain.
Can I get the peanut nut crunch? Can I get the old-fashioned glazed?
Yeah?
One Boston cream.
Okay.
You guys got 4-packs or is it 6? Or does it matter?
Give me one moment, please.
Okay.
Alright, I'm sorry about that.
Oh, no worries, no worries. I'm sorry about not knowing about the donuts.
No, it's fine, it's fine. We're even now.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
So peanut crunch, old-fashioned glaze, Boston cream, and what else?
And then, actually give me 2 Boston creams. We'll make it easy. And then, that should be it.
Alright. So just those 4 donuts for you?
Just, and can I get a, medium, Pepsi with that too?
Medium Pepsi?
Yep.
Anything else?
No, that'll be it.
Alright, 2540 at the window.
Alright, thanks, Amy.
Yeah, no problem. right
Oh
away.
man, it was taken.
I'm sorry, I can actually give you one of our Supreme Pie fritters. They're more expensive than the others, but I won't charge you for it.
What is that?
It's an apple fritter with apple pie filling and it's rolling graham cracker.
I'll try one of those. Why not? Live a little bit.
$5.40.
Okay.
Here you go, sure, those right out for you. Okay?
No worries.
So sorry about that.
Oh, no
they
worries.
It when I was putting your order.
No worries. No worries. Everybody likes those donuts.
Like all of them. You'd be surprised. We have days when we run out of our repair shop.
You guys gotta get twice the amount of donuts, right?
Usually.
Thank you, too. Got a few days trying to get everything taken care of in my trying to get a few things taken care of in my basement and my garage, so that I can move some of the stuff from the garage to the basement and it's more organized, and then I can park 2 cars, because really the garage is not that filled. It's just everything is kind of been placed in really odd places, and so that's what I'm working on the next couple of days, because this car is going away for the winter time. It's going to be stored, and I need a spot in the garage to do that with. And so that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing today. Cleaning. It's a nice sunny day. 45 degrees out now. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm glad that I could take you guys along with me. And, well, I guess we'll see how the day goes. And I'm already tired thinking about it, but we'll get through it. I didn't sleep well last night, so I know maybe I'll even conjure in a nap or something. But you know, this is the first video I'm actually taking you guys along with me, doing stuff like showing places where I went, all kinds of stuff, and yada yada yada. You didn't see the Tim Hortons maybe, but I just try to respect people. You know, a lot of people nowadays are out with the cameras, and you know, it's a public place, I understand that, but I'm just trying to offer the extra respect and not getting anybody on camera that doesn't want to be. But for my little channel. Anyways, everybody, thank you again for your support, your subscriptions. You're watching my videos. I know they're not the most entertaining on YouTube, but hey, I give it a try. So, alright, so this is a continuation of my video. Yeah, today was a pretty long day, and like I was telling you guys, I was cleaning out my basement and cleaning out my garage, and so we just went and had some dinner. Gonna go home, go to bed now. But you know, I was gonna show you guys something, and I'll show you right. So here it is. I was gonna show you guys, and I forgot to tell you it. My Impala, when I go to unlock it, it actually has this puddle light underneath the mirror right here. See? You can see my hand, and it actually lights up the ground. I don't know how well you guys can see it. I'll do it again. See? You can see my hand light lit up. And I was going to show that to you guys the other night. Just doing random freaking videos right now, but we'll go ahead and get in the car. Well, missed the mileage. We'll give her a start. Push to go. We gotta go. And so tired. Want to go to sleep now. Alright, I'll see you guys later.